Hi girls, my name's Hayley Quinn and I'm a sex dating and relationship expert for onlinedating.org, and today I've got a video for you. What I'd love to chat to you about is 3 tips for how to deal with things when you bump into your ex. Now, if you've ever seen any of the Bridget Jones movies, you know that the moment you bump into an ex is probably going to be when you're not feeling your most attractive. However, if it's an unexpected incident, what we need to do is play it very cool. Now remember, the emotion that you give out is what's going to be received by him. He probably really won't notice if you put on a few pounds or if you're not dressed as immaculately as he would like. What will show though is if you're not cool, calm and collected in yourself. So I want you to concentrate on doing is just being as pleasant as possible. Be brief but pleasant and give him the emotion that you'd ideally like to receive back. So for instance, it could be like, oh hey, how are you? Ask a small pleasantry and then say, you know what, I've got a rush. I'm running late for a meeting. So you excuse yourself early, but you're not rude. You don't want to be a person that's known for being rude, and you don't want to show that he's emotionally affected you. Now, but what happens if your ex is part of the same social circle as lots of your friends, and you know that you're going to run into him at a forthcoming social event? Well, the last thing I would do is not turn up because you know he's going to be there. I don't think there's any reason why you should limit your social life because of him. Plus, you know if you stay at home, you're only going to feel more miserable. However, you should be careful when you go to the event to make sure that contact with him is limited. And also if it's particularly a nighttime event, that you're not going to be exposed to him flirting with another girl, or maybe, if possible, avoiding contact with his current girlfriend if you still have emotional attachment to him. To do this, you need to rope in your best female friends to come with you. They will look after you and make sure, as is tempting for us all, that you don't end up doing something maybe a little bit masochistic. For instance, if you see him go off to the corner with a girl, you might be very tempted to see what happens, but you know it's bad for you. Luckily, your friends, if you inform them about what's going on and how you're feeling, they're going to be able to tear you away so that you have limited contact time, so that you don't have to feel emotionally negative about seeing him again. Now, even if you make the best efforts in the world to be cool, calm and collected, limit contact time, all of the rest of it, that doesn't account for one major factor: him. So for instance, you don't know what emotional things he's going to throw at you or what his agenda is. And as we know, sex with an ex is a very common phenomenon, but maybe one that's not all that good for our general well-being. So what I would do is, if you know that you're going to bump into him, or you suspect because you know it's a small town that you'll bump into him sooner or later, have responses ready. Think through what he might say to try and twist your arm to get you back in bed with him or get back together. Maybe even, and I've done this personally, write down a list of reasons why you broke up and keep it to hand. So flick through it every now and again, just to remind yourself why the relationship was toxic and didn't work. This will help you to keep strong and persevere, even if he's flirting with you outrageously. Anyway girls, I hope this has been useful to you. My name's Hayley Quinn and I'm a sex dating and relationship expert for onlinedating.org.